Hello everybody, it is your boy CJYonder back at again with another video, and I'm sorry that it took me so long to get a video out. I have had a lot to do this week and other weeks and weeks before. I've had school, I'm in my junior year, I'm in college level classes. I have a job now. Crazy, right? I just said the bad word, curious me. And just a lot of stuff has happened. So, my opinion itself has not touched a topic in a while. So I'm going to dip my toes and jump into a topic that is pretty big. Obviously, a lot has happened since I've been gone. I've been gone for an exact month because, I had a breakup. I had work. I've had school. And it's all just been kind of like a rush to me, right? So I'm going to talk about, obviously, things in different waves, different videos. So just so you guys can have the still opinionated side of me, yet decent videos coming through. I'm going to try to make a more of a commitment. And I have a motivation to keep going now. We're in our winter arc. Except for it's not winter, it is Yonder arc. Because it goes from every month. Anyways, let's get back to it. In the big top, obviously, what has happened this week? The real question is what hasn't happened this week. Because we've had crazy things happen. We had some girl get stabbed on a bus. We had a school shooting in Louisiana. We had, obviously the topic of this video, Charlie Kirk. We had 9/11 happen, not happen, but it's day. I had a lot of crazy stuff happen personally. But I'm going to talk about Charlie Kirk. Now, before I talk about and give any opinion on it, let me describe what Charlie Kirk's entire situation is about. Charlie Kirk is a right-winged commentary kind of person, where he would go to colleges and debate people who went to the colleges, or to people who stopped by and wanted to basically debate him. He had a little booth, and he would talk, right? Basically, watching a CJYonder video, if you put politics in a CJYonder video, and you put the video as a person sitting on a pedestal with a microphone, that was Charlie Kirk. I think it was Wednesday. Charlie Kirk was at Utah University, a university in Utah, and he was speaking. Somebody on a hill, or not a hill, it was a tower, shot him in the neck. Specifically, right or left in the neck, whichever one. I haven't seen the video in a while, and I really hope to not. And he basically slumped over and died that day. Which, before I go, I'm going to say that I feel very sorry for his children. I feel very sorry for his wife and all his friends. And Parker, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't Parker talking to him at this point. I feel sorry for Dean, and I am just overall feeling the pain of this. I lost my mother, right? I lost my mother at 14. So I understand losing a parent, but I'm not at this kid's. His kids are 1 and 3, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but his kids are babies, toddlers. They had to watch because they were there. They were there, and his wife was there. So the love of her life and the father to her children was shot right in front of her. Right in front of her. In front of her own eyes. Do you know how bad that has to feel? Horribly, right? Horribly. That has to feel so bad. And I heard, I don't know if it's right, but I heard one of his kids tried to run to him after the gunshot because of the loud sound it made. And that just, I haven't cried over it because I'm not in that kind of sphere to where it personally affects me, but that still hurt a lot. Because for a long while, and I've made my decision, but this affected me, and it still continues to affect everybody you will know, everybody I will know. Let's say you know an opinionated person. Let's call out, not call out, but let's bring up the angry Asian, right? Let's say the angry Asian strikes gold. We hit the oil spot, and now we're making money. He's in the big leagues. People know him. He is known for having different opinions. He makes an opinion. It is very different from somebody else, right? Somebody now will feel that it is right to take him out for that opinion, mainly because people think that this is not a big situation, but it is. And while yes, it is a big situation now, people aren't looking at it in the future. I'm looking at it in the future. Sorry, there was a bubble in my throat. I'm looking at it in the future, and there is big implications. What I mean by this, and there are disgusting people on there. I warn you for what's about to be said next. There are disgusting people on the internet basically using past words of his, saying he deserved it, right? They're saying that he deserved to be killed, which is absolutely immense. And people look at the situation as kind of like a left versus right thing, and I'm looking at it more as a good versus bad thing. It's because there's a lot of people on the Democratic side going to Republicans being like, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for his wife and them. It shouldn't, no, violence does not have a place in America, specifically political violence. And it's not like a left or right thing, because I highly doubt anybody on the right is really saying, oh, well, he deserved to die. Left is normally saying that he deserved to die, but it's kind of extremist left. The moderate left is like saying, oh, I am so sorry, that's something that just shouldn't be in the U.S., and I understand that. And then the right is also sending their condolences. I understand that. So it's kind of not a political thing, more than it's a right versus wrong thing. But I'm going to put it in back to what I was talking about earlier. They both tie in. Now that you have a right versus wrong side, half of America, if not like a little less than half, are actively saying that this, which an assassination of somebody who's just flexing their rights, flexing their First Amendment right, they, right, they have not done anything. All he has done is said. All he has done is said. He has not murdered anybody. He has not robbed any banks. He has not committed pedophilia. He has not done zoophilia. He has not done anything that people would normally look at as death sentence, as people should die. People looked at Saddam Hussein and said, you deserve to die. Hitler, you deserve to die. And mind you, I am a Christian man. I believe in my faith. I do not wish death upon people. I do not hate upon people, even if you're evil. But what I will not do, and do what people on Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit, who are saying that Charlie Kirk is on equal stances with Hitler. No. Nope. I'm not a political person, right? I hate politics. With a burning passion, I hate politics. But there's just some times where, a Yonder, who is 17 years old, has to step his little toes in the water and be like, you guys are idiots. Because politics are a bunch of idiots. But the politics also rule the world. I wish on a fish that I didn't have to be in politics. I wish I don't. I wish I could never talk about politics again. Never have to think about it. But the fact that politics ruled the world, and politics is the reason why we have a lot of the stuff we have today in America and in the world, that is I have to look at it every now and then. It's kind of my right. It's kind of my ability. I have to. Because something like this rebukes the First Amendment right. I kind of got off track. Let's go back on the point. So now that you have people supporting a man shooting another man just because of what he said. Because, again, Charlie Kirk never did anything bad. He never did anything bad. All he did was say bad shit. And, well, yes, some of the shit he said was batshit crazy. I know. I understand. I'm not a political guy, so when I hear, like, crazy things, I couldn't name you one because I'm not watching Charlie Kirk on the daily. But there's something they could agree with, and there's something they didn't. Doesn't mean he deserved to get shot and killed, but some people believe in that. Do you understand where I'm coming from with this? When I say that the big amount of people online and in real life, because there's a video I just saw of some girl celebrating his death saying, "Yeah, boy got shot in the head. Yeah, boy got shot in the neck," and getting arrested for it, mind you. Or crazy people like Xenocoffee's actual dumbass saying, "Oh, is the bullet okay?" You need to be you have a big old like sidetrack. You have a big platform, Xenocoffee. Yet this is what you pull out your ass? Really? Really? You are a horrible person. And I'm gonna say it right now. Most people will agree with me. Just so you know that you are a terrible person. I normally don't like pulling out names, but the fact that you wanted to make yourself very apparent, being like, "Oh, is the bullet okay?" You are a horrible person, and you like need to lose your platform. I do not say, "Hey, go witch hunt." Do not witch hunt at all. And that was a crazy thing to say, and you shouldn't say anything. As a person who has a is a YouTuber, and I have to be my own PR team, even if I believe something like that, which I really don't. If you believe something like that, you should keep shut. You should shut the fuck up. You shouldn't say anything. You should keep to yourself, and you should not say anything, because that is a risk on your brand. Now, right, sponsors will go out and find that quote, and you won't get any sponsors, or you'll get low sponsors. Now, because you want to make a dumb comment. I don't know if it's deleted or not, but now this is floating on the internet, because nothing really dies on the internet. This is your fault, and that is really just you, bro. I don't want to hear anything about it. Don't come after me for something you did. You're a dumbass. That was your fault, not mine. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. The fact that people who genuinely like this kind of stuff saying, "Oh yeah, he deserved it. Yeah," that will invoke another shooting, right? Because now people enjoy it. Somebody will look at people enjoying Charlie Kirk get shot, and then that person, the one individual who has a big gripe towards, let's say, Ben Shapiro, saying, "Oh, well, now when Ben Shapiro goes on tour, which she is going on tour soon, please stay safe, Ben Shapiro." I'm not a big fan of Ben Shapiro. I think he's more dumb than Charlie Kirk, because he said stuff like, he's basically just saying the equivalent to mom saying like video games can cause violence. He's saying that like hip hop caused violence, which is incorrect. Not true at all. But, on topic, Ben Shapiro, even though I don't agree with him, this could happen exactly to him, and he's going on tour. He literally said that he's picking up the microphone that Charlie Kirk dropped and, like, rock on to you, dude. I'm trying to do the same thing. While, yes, I cannot actually be as big as Charlie Kirk, because I'm not big at all. I'm CJYonder with 934, like, subscribers. But I do want to preference, though, the fact that I am trying to be more opinionated and be the opinionated version of me, because we need people in the U.S. to flaunt our First Amendment right, and people who try to kill us, people who try to kill people who want to spread their opinion, they need to look at us basically kind of like rising up and being like, do not at all try to silence us. We have had founding fathers to fight for this right, and our own people are inside jobs. We have been compromised. Inside job people are trying to take away our right. People are trying to take away our right. Take away our right to speak, even though our founding fathers fought for that. They fought for that, right? We have had people fight for that specific right to be in the books. And yet, we have people taking away that right of us because they didn't like what we said online. They didn't like what we said in public. Oh, it's not like he's saying, like, I'm surprised that this hasn't happened to Kanye yet. I'm surprised this hasn't happened to Nick Fuentes. You chose Charlie Kirk? Now, do I say that they deserve it? Absolutely not. I'm a big Kanye West fan. Well, yes, I don't agree with what he says. I love his music. I would never wish death upon my favorite artist. Nick Fuentes says crazy stuff. Never wish death upon him. But if you put Charlie Kirk in the same room as Ben Shapiro, Nick Fuentes, and a couple others, like Candace Owens, that kind of stuff, if we're going to talk about somebody getting shot, which, mind you, it shouldn't even be in the conversation, and it wouldn't even be in the conversation not even a week ago, but now that it is, if we put all of them in the conversation and be like, oh, which one would be, like, had an attempt on them, not even fully killed, you would say Nick Fuentes. Because Nick Fuentes just outright says he's racist. Nick Fuentes outright says he's anti-Semitic. He hanged out with Kanye when he had a full-on swastika chain on him. Nick Fuentes tried to get him to run for president. Nick Fuentes was right there with him when he was on the Alex Jones podcast. I don't know. I just think that was weird. But yeah, overall, it just feels like people are trying to take away like our First Amendment right in defense of politics. Which, mind you, George Washington originally said to not make political groups because it was just going to split the U.S. even more. And look where we're at now. George Washington was right. If we had like George Washington revive, which is crazy, if we had George Washington's reboot card and he looked at the U.S. right now, he would be disappointed, very disappointed, because we're killing each other over opinions. We are trying to take away different amendment rights. Like, I understand that we need guns, but we could at least limit it a couple. Some people are just trying to take away our Second Amendment at all, in general, even though like it was a rule in the Constitution to not touch the first 10 amendments because it is the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights. So I don't know what people are trying to do with trying to silence us and take away our First Amendment or take away our Second Amendment, but like, you know, it's bad. It's bad. So I'm going to leave this video off with 3 basic takes. A, never stop being yourself. If you are an opinionated person and this scares you, or like if you're an opinionated person online and this kind of incident scares you, don't be scared, because this is just a not a warning, but like a sign to keep going. Because again, Charlie Kirk did say one time, and I'm quoting him correctly this time instead of saying he should have died, because nobody should have ever said that, but they're like quoting him in the wrong ways. I'm quoting him in the right ways. He said, once people stop talking, violence ensues. So if you are an opinionated person and you want to start making opinionated content out there, start posting it. Or if you personally just are an opinionated person and you don't want to post it, just stay opinionated. Stay strong. Don't say anything crazy. But if you are within the, like, you just have a different opinion, stay strong. Stay strong about that opinion. Keep your mind on the prize, right? Don't let anybody shut you up. Don't let anybody take you down. Also, be a good person. Even though somebody could say something really bad, don't be like, huh, he deserved to get shot and killed for that. Huh, I am such a cornball. Like, dude, you're a loser. And everyone else on the internet agrees. If you say that he deserved to die, you're a loser. So, flex your First Amendment right, even if you're in the U.S. If you're anywhere else, don't try to flex that, because you don't have your First Amendment right in different countries. But if you live in the U.S., flex your First Amendment right. Say things that people won't say. Say that you are a fan of Kanye West. Say you're a fan of Kendrick Lamar. Say that what's a controversial song? It's Friday. Say It's Friday your favorite song. Say something crazy, not too crazy. Don't say you like the Nazis, but say like what's a crazy thing? Say that you like Biggie over Pac. Say something that's different and be loud about it, so people like this can't control us. Also, again, be a good person and wish your condolences to the men who we lost. Even though people don't like him, we still lost a man. And even Dean Withers, a person who stands like very strong on the Democratic side, he was crying on a live stream because of Charlie Kirk's death. So yeah, you have people on your side crying over this. Just be a good person and just say, I'm sorry for your loss. Anyways, I'm gonna see you guys next time on the next video. Hope you guys like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!